YouTube? It's your boy Jay Dimes, and we are back with another Giants video. And today we're going to be hopping into the news that broke last night about Kevin Zeitler, and that the Giants are shopping him, and if they can't, find a trade partner for him, which I doubt they will end up cutting him. So we can say goodbye to Kevin Zeitler, I will say that. Now I know everybody wanted to reconstruct his contract. I wanted to do that. I wanted to, probably take some money off of the deal for this year, backload it to next season for a short-term deal, and he probably said no. Most likely, I think he said no. I think the Giants hit him with the reconstruction because they were going to reconstruct Nate Solder's contract. They're going to ask Nate Solder about a reconstruction of his contract, and if they can't get him to reconstruction, they're going to end up cutting him also. And it's scary, man, because I don't really like all these moving parts on the young offensive line. If you cut Soldier and you cut Kevin Zeitler, you're cutting some of the longest tenured offensive linemen on the Giants team. Andrew Thomas was a rookie last year. Shane Lemieux, rookie last year. Matt Peart, rookie last year. And then you have Nick Gates. You have my boy Nick Gates. I forgot all about him. And with Kevin Zeitler, I think Kevin Zeitler still has a lot left in him. He's not what he used to be when he was with Cleveland, which is one of the best guards in the league, one or arguably a top 5 guard. He's not that no more, but he's still a starting caliber guard. And I think that what he brings to the Giants team, it's not worth the contract that he gets, but it's worth something. It's definitely worth something because he brings veteran experience. He's our best lineman, our best veteran. He's our freaking most consistent offensive lineman. So what he brings to the team, that's not the problem. That is not the problem. So if you think it's because Kevin Zeitler was a bum or something like that, that's not the problem. It's that the Giants need cap space, man. And we knew coming in through this offseason, there was going to be cuts that we weren't going to agree with. There were going to be surprising cuts that we did not agree with. And I think one of them is going to be Kevin Zeitler. And it will end up being Kevin Zeitler because who is trading for Kevin Zeitler at this time? What value does Kevin Zeitler hold? He's someone on a contract that he's not worth right now. He's up there in age, and then he's a guard. He's a guard. It's not like he's an exterior offensive lineman. Now, if he was a tackle, then we can make some arguments about that he might have some value on the open market. But what trade value does he really bring to the Giants? What much more are you getting back? You're not getting much back for Kevin Zeitler. And you already show that you're trying to get rid of him. So teams are going to wait. They're going to wait, and they're going to wait for you to cut him so they can try to go out there and sign him. That's the thing. So the Giants right now just need to cut him already. Don't try to trade him because you're not getting much back. You're not getting much back, So with Kevin Zeitler, it's not that his production, it's not his production at all. It's that the Giants just need cap space. They need money to re-sign players, and they said they are going to prioritize re-signing Leonard Williams and Dalvin Tomlinson. They said they're going to prioritize that. They said that, and this is what they meant. Cutting players like this is what they meant, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it if they find a replacement. If you go out there and you still end up finding somebody to fill in his spot, after he leaves, I'm okay with that. If it's someone who can actually start in the NFL and not some scrub, training camp player or something like that, I'm okay with that. But if you go out there and you don't, and I mean don't go out there and find somebody, make some moves on the offensive line at any point in free agency, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. The Giants, Daniel Jones was sacked 45 times last year. 45 times. Another year like that behind a bad offensive line, you might as well be calling for a new quarterback in 2022. And that's exactly what D546 said. He tweeted it, and I agree big time. If the Giants go out there and don't find someone else to fill in Zeitler's spot, being our best offensive lineman, you can kiss Daniel Jones goodbye because he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle big time. Don't get me wrong. I think Andrew Thomas is going to be a boss one day. Dealt with injuries last year, dealt with the injury, played through it, already showing toughness there. And he was drafted highly, and we know what he can do. Matt Peart can be a starter one day. We hope he can be a starter one day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this offensive line right now isn't, nowhere to where we wanted to be. But we need to make it better. We have to. And maybe cutting Zeitler ain't the right move. It's not, actually. It's not the right move. Cutting Zeitler isn't the right move. But if you can't reconstruct the contract, if you can't knock some of this money off for this year, for this offseason, you have to cut him. You have to cut him. It's a hard truth there. And I understand a lot of Giants fans are going to fall in love with Kevin Zeitler because he's our best offensive lineman. He's probably our best offensive lineman we had in a minute. Very consistent, brings veteran experience. We know what he brings. But maybe the Giants value going out there and re-signing some players and signing some players for agency over what he brings. But I trust him. I trust him. The Giants should have learned their lesson. They learned their lesson last year. They went out there and signed Cam Fleming to be a guard, and you went out there and you didn't really bring any other veteran guys in on a young offensive line. They learned their lesson. They seen that that's not going to work. Because it's some games where everyone was getting beat. Everyone. Zeitler included. Everyone. So the Giants learned their lesson that we need to do something. If Kevin Zeitler ain't the move, well, we need to find someone that who is. Point blank, period. And I think the Giants are going to do it because I trust those guys. I trust Gettleman. I trust Joe Judge to go get the job done. We'll see if they can get it done. It's going to be very fun to watch, man. We're going to see what they do, but we don't know yet, man. We got to calm down. We got to see, sit back, calm down, and look at this the clear way, man. So comment down below what you think, man. It's a lot of mixed emotions on it. I think we have to just sit back and watch and see what they do. I'm ready to see what happens, man. And I have another video coming out, man, on a sleeper wide receiver we should be looking out for that I think the Giants should target for agency. Very cheap wide receiver. I like him. And if you want to watch that video, stick around. Hit the subscribe button. Until then, it's been your boy, Jay Dimes. I'm out. Go Giants.